I've always wanted to study abroad, way before I got to college, and so coming to Ireland was always something I wanted to do, and then studying abroad was also something I wanted to do, so being able to do both, it was so great. I'm so glad that I got to do it.
I've always wanted to go to Ireland because I've heard so much about the music and the culture around music and art, and how it's so much more of a normal day-to-day thing to just like share your talent.
They'll ask us, oh, where are you from and who are you studying with? And then we let them know that we're with Seán Pól and Lenka, and it's kind of like, oh my gosh, and they kind of like welcome us, and it's really nice. It's a very safe and very loving community here that you probably wouldn't get anywhere else.
Being in a town like Dingle, and just the Irish overall just culture is just so it's so welcoming. Everyone just wants you to have kind of live your best life. They want you to go out to the pubs, and have a great time. They want you to go out on hill walks and really see the sights and the views. And I think that both, like everyone that I've talked to has always said, you're very welcome here. You're very welcome here.
For our group, we came to Ireland in a travel writing class, and the workload was perfect. It wasn't too strenuous, but we also had class almost every single day, and we had academic activities and guest speakers, and it was filled with different activities that we would learn from. It wasn't just reading from a book. It was hands-on activities that we did where we would learn from. And then we'd come back and we'd write about it. And then we would work on grammar, work on citations, work on our papers, and we were getting all these experiences to only add to our work.
The scenery in general has been absolutely magnificent. I mean, I feel like Ireland is probably the most beautiful place I've been to so far. And almost everywhere, it's just wow, wow, wow. I was like,
we're from California, which is always hot year round, and so it's nice to get a little break from that. It's honestly really pleasant weather. I feel like it's not freezing cold. I think within a day or two you get really used to it. And it's just beautiful. It's cloudy outside. It's always the perfect temperature. There's a little bit of drizzle here and there, but who doesn't love that? It's so great. And then it doesn't hinder you from being able to do anything.
We're so close together, it's hard not to bond. You'd be really hard pressed to not make at least one or two really close friends from this trip, just because of the environment that it's in. And like Amanda said, people want to be here, so it creates more desire to create connection. And also, most of us came here on our own. We didn't know anyone coming into it.
I didn't know you existed.
Yeah.
Until this trip.
Right. That's right. I mean, I feel like traveling with these people has been super fun, and they're all probably the nicest people you can meet.
My favorite thing, my most memorable activity here was the hike to Mount Brandon. It was such a fun hike, and it started pretty early in the morning. I think we're all excited. We're all well rested. We had our sunscreen on, our sunglasses, everything. And then I think Seán Pól told us that there were 14 crosses to the top, and we were like, okay. We got up the first cross, and we were like, okay, this is not bad. The second one, we were out of breath, exhausted. We're like, okay, maybe we should turn back. But then, we kept going, and there were these little streams. There were these goats in impossibly, weird places on the rocks. There were these, the clouds. I don't even know how to describe, the views and everything, especially from the top. But it was just this amazing experience.
The most memorable part for myself here isn't necessarily one activity. It's the people that I've been here with. It's eating with them, it's talking with them, it's getting to know them in a beautiful place surrounded with beautiful people that all have all these beautiful minds, and everything is just so beautiful.
Just walking down the street and seeing people I recognize that live in Dingle and that feel like a local here, even though I've only been here for a month. I'll go into a coffee shop and they'll know who I am, or the juice shop downtown, and I go and they say, oh, the usual for you, I know what you're getting. Or I'll walk down the street and I'll see someone who'll be like, oh, hey, Josh. And I'm like, holy shit, you live in Ireland, and you know who I am.
So my biggest takeaway from this trip would definitely be the phrase, conscious sensorial contact with nature, because I think from day one, stepping out of the Cork airport, I was just amazed by the view. And throughout the trip, I've definitely have gotten this full round, like this well-rounded sense of Ireland through all aspects, through the auditory aspect, by listening to traditional music, and through visuals, by going on these beautiful hikes and just seeing so many things and hearing from other people, and just everything has been so amazing. And I think that the phrase that I learned here through my experience with DGE is definitely gonna be something that I take with me in the future, on my future travels. And I always think back to Ireland and DGE and Seán Pól and everyone who's on this trip with me.
I really think anyone can come to Dingle, like with Dingle Global Education, with Seán Pól, with Lenka, like anyone can come here, is no matter who you are, no matter what you do, it's such like a point of self-discovery.
Advice I would give to someone who was coming or considering coming is talk to people. It's such a welcoming community here and all over Ireland.
The program really pushes you out of your comfort zone. We've gone on multiple hikes, we've gone on multiple adventures that really push your limits in the best way possible, and that really help you grow as a person. And I think that when looking into study abroad experiences, there were multiple options, but this one stuck out the most because it seemed like it could help me grow the most, and I think that it definitely did that.
You're there to learn, but you're not there to learn in the classroom. You're there to learn outside and around, and you're just walking around the town. Like, our assignments are literally just journaling our experiences.
If you're thinking about coming to Dingle with DGE, absolutely do it.
So this is a place where, like Chloe was saying, that you can truly immerse yourself in the environment and meet the people and experience this new culture that most of us do not have the chance to experience before.
There were a lot of really fun things that we did, and I think we probably wouldn't have done them without DGE. And then, yeah, it was kind of like this community. Seán Pól and Lenka really made us feel, I don't know, just comfortable, because I think we were all terrified by this process of coming to a new country and just living here without really any guidance or any family or friends or anything, but excited to, and Lenka and Seán Pól definitely helped with that.
And they're not just your mentors. They're not just people that are showing you around Dingle. They become family. They become someone you look up to. They help you out no matter the situation.
And they've always been so willing to support us with whatever. If we needed anything, if we had any concerns, if we had anything in particular that we wanted to do, they were always there for us. And I think that has made it easier to feel at home here. And I think that's how, I could probably speak for a lot of people on the trip. It's gonna be really hard to leave Dingle and DGE and Seán Pól and Lenka and their kids and their dog and just everyone in this community because of how at home we felt here.
If you're thinking about going on this program, why are you thinking about it? Just do it. Like, if you're already thinking about it, there's nothing more to think about. Just go for it. It's gonna be one of the best experiences of your life, if not the best.